You all know how it is. There's nothing really going on right now in GTA. We're all waiting for Rockstar to announce the next DLC, which hopefully will be soon. I mean, we're going on about a month now with no information, so it's not as bad as I think the 2014 3-month drought I believe we had and that was just a mess. So hopefully get some more news soon. But in this video, as you can tell from the title, I want to talk about a DLC concept, and I haven't done one of these in a while because a lot of them they're pretty dumb, like, to be honest. Like, they're never gonna happen, and there's something that I personally don't want. So like, if I don't want it, I'm not gonna make a video on it, because my goal with these concept DLC videos is for you guys to see them, and if you like this idea, to share the video, like the video, tweet it at Rockstar or something, and then maybe in a future update we'll get it. That's actually happened for a couple of updates, so like, don't believe that's a lost cause, because the biker DLC, that's, I mean, granted, we don't know if it's official yet, but wouldn't that be something if it's like, what if the next update's not a biker DLC? Could you imagine how crazy everything's gonna be, the community? But anyway, getting back on topic, DLC concepts, the biker DLC, that came from like the community just saying, hey, we want a biker DLC. So that's something. The lowrider DLC was something the community wanted. So it's not like these videos are pointless. These videos actually, like, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, they have an impact if it's something people like. But the topic at hand, or the DLC concept at hand, this is from a viewer. His name is Sammy, and this is the artwork. So the name and look, the artwork, it's good. It's not like obviously anything official. It's just some mock-up images of it. But it's the GTA Online designer update, or designers updates. I don't know, something along those lines, I guess. Basically, it's an update concept that will give us this designer app, which will work like the livery designer for cars in the Need for Speed game, if you've played that. Or I'd imagine, you know, like the crew or the logo system for your crew on the social club, just something along those lines. Even if you want to go all the way back to Midnight Club LA, that's a game Rockstar made, you can do something like that. But not only does it do it for cars, but it also does it for guns and clothing options. And you can see that in this picture. You can see the guns a little customized, the shirt got a cool logo on it, and she's wearing on her wrist the little bandana with the logo, and like, just having something along those lines that will allow the community to just share their creativity is always something that I would hope we get in a GTA game. I mean, the stunt race creator, just the creator in general, is something where you can do that. You can see the creativity of the community by making races, by making these game modes, and translating that and getting that to clothes, cars, and guns. That'd be awesome. But let's get into the actual DLC content. And if you do want to see this happen, like if you think this is a good idea, please drop the video a like. The more likes, obviously, the better, the more people that see it. And yeah, maybe Rockstar will catch on and watch it. Now, in addition, in his DLC concept, in addition to just that designer app, which allows a lot of stuff, he says there's actually going to be some new clothing, cars, and weapons. So, the new cars, we have the Bugatti Chiron, which I'd imagine is like a Benny's upgrade for the regular Bugatti. The Koenigsegg Regera, the Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta, I'm probably going to botch these names, so I'm sorry. The Mercedes Maybach Vision 6, the Lamborghini Centenario, and the McLaren 675LT. So a bunch of like super and sport cars. I doubt we'll get that many in a DLC, but you gotta dream big in these DLC concepts. The new clothing, we have gun holsters, neon shoes, which is, I'll touch on that in a second. The hoodie up with or without any mask. I don't know why we can't do that in the first place. Clothing able to hold a second gun on your back. Spiked boot soles. And then joggers. And then the new weapons, some that are from real life and then some that are from GTA. The railgun, the AR-15, because we actually don't have that in the game. Butterfly knives, and the gold diamond katana, which would be pretty cool to have in GTA Online. It'd be pretty worthless, and it wouldn't really serve much purpose, but a katana would be awesome. At the top, you get a little description of it. Ammunition's add-ons, so not into clothing nor vehicles? Well, no problem. Ammunition has your back. With the new livery design system, you are not only able to put your creativity into cars or clothing, but guns as well. Get popping in street combats or go full camo to be as stealthy as possible. It's all happening in the new Designers DLC. So, pretty neat idea off the start. I mean, some of the stuff, like the cars, that's probably never going to happen. I like the clothing stuff. The neon shoes, though, I mean, that would be kind of cool, but you already know that's going to get abused, and you're going to have people with neon chrome cars with their neon shoes. But all in all, pretty awesome. Now, getting into the meat and potatoes of this entire thing. This is the part that I hope we get. And it wouldn't surprise me if they just, if they did ever want to put this, if they just went and released just this app, kind of like how the creator was just by itself when it came. Like, you don't really need anything else in this update, because this is better than like anything you can get, really. So, the description. Ever wanted to throw around with your creativity? Well, now you can. The all-new GTA Online Designers DLC is now available to play in GTA Online. Are you creative enough to start your own business by selling your own style of clothing? Do you think you have it in you to get your brand out there? Or do you just want to keep everything for yourself and show off on the streets of Los Santos? No problem. Everything's possible with these new features added to GTA Online. So I'll touch on this, and I really like this idea of, if this were to happen and you could make your own clothing line, like that in and of itself is awesome, but then you could like sell them and start your own business, kinda. And maybe that ties into being a CEO. Maybe you have to be a CEO to do this. Maybe there's like a separate branch of being a CEO to do this. I think you could have a really cool dynamic there with this concept. Moving on though, the designer app. With the new designer app, you'll be able to create your clothing designs anywhere you go, or stay safely inside using the PC version, of course, like in game. The new designer app also allows you to upload and sell your designs on iFind for other online players to purchase with in-game cash. So again, I really like this idea. Using the iFind, website, I don't know if that'd be like the most ideal way of going about doing this, but I really like this idea of, and I never thought of this because I've always wanted the cars and like to put liveries on cars and stuff and custom decals and designs, but like I didn't think of clothing, and you could probably come up with some really cool stuff. And maybe if Rockstar did want to actually go about doing this, they could pull something like Valve does with CSGO, where there's a community like market or a community workshop where people can actually create their own designs, and then Valve will go through those designs and pick some of the cooler ones and the most popular ones and actually implement them into the game. And maybe Rockstar could do that, or at least like feature them on the newswire if they're the most popular ones of the week, or I don't know, something along those lines would be pretty awesome. And then the last part of this DLC concept, Benny's contract. Not into clothing? Well, don't worry. Benny is here to help. With the new Benny contract, you'll also be able to get creative on old and new superior Benny's vehicles. Get your car fully wrapped in a color of choice, or slap on a whole new design to get some views on the streets. And I'm assuming, ideally, that would work kind of like the clothing, where you could either put that out for other people to buy. I'm not going to go into pricing because God knows what Rockstar would do with pricing, because they don't want an easy way to make money besides shark cards. Or you could keep your designs to yourself, and it would just be something that like you could show off to people, which that would be awesome too, because you'd have people making these awesome designs and then keeping them for themselves just to show off and like make other people jealous. All in all, like a DLC concept like this, and I never really thought of the app. I really like this app idea of sort of keeping it all in one spot, kind of like how the creator, I mean, it's not an app, obviously, because you have to go into the start menu and then go into the creator, but using the app, I think, is a really, really cool and interesting idea. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think of this. If you do like this idea, again, drop a like. If you don't, let me know in the comments why, or, how you could improve it, maybe. But I really hope that whether it's GTA Online, GTA Online 2, GTA 6, whatever the hell is coming next, I hope we get something along these lines, because that's ultimately like the community of GTA, I think, make the game. That's why people are still playing it, because these races, these game modes are like so much fun. They're so like, there's new ones every single week. So having something that could extend the gameplay for cars, clothing, and guns in addition to those game modes, like, come on, that's such an easy thing. Like, Rockstar wouldn't have to do anything and people would still play. So anyway, that is it. See you all in the next one. As always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.